Today we will do adverbs of frequency. अच्छा, फ्रीक्वेंसी भी एक्सटेंट को जाहिर करता है कि हम किस एक्सटेंट या किस लेवल की बात कर रहे हैं. वजी, look at these adverbs. Vaji always comes late to school. Now let's say that Vaji is late and he comes to school. You know, he comes late to school. लेकिन वो अगर always, हमेशा, तो always is the adverb of frequency. Hafiz often comes late to school. Often is the frequency which we are telling कि अक्सर, often comes late to school. फिर है Suleiman sometimes comes late to school. Sometimes, and this is qualifying. Often, always and sometimes are qualifying comes, यानी कितना लेट आता है. Vania never comes late to school. अब never. Now always remember that most of the time always, often, sometimes and never are used to show the frequency or the extent of doing something. Okay, how many times you do that thing repeatedly or regularly or sometime or often or never. Never का मतलब है कभी भी नहीं. Never, उसने कभी कोई चीज़ आपने ज़िंदगी में ना की हो ना, आप कहते हो I've never done this in my life. I have never painted in my life. आपने कभी भी पेंट नहीं किया तो never का लफ्ज़ यूज़ करेंगे. I have never studied in my life. मैंने कभी पढ़ाई नहीं की in my life. ये बहुत गलत बात है. Some people don't study their entire life. I have never read in my life. रेड, रीडिंग करनी चाहिए और रेगुलर बेसिस पे करनी चाहिए क्योंकि रीडिंग जो है वो बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट चीज़ है. एंड दिस कैन यू नो मेक यू परफेक्ट इन एनीथिंग. दिस कैन गिव यू नॉलेज. दिस कैन इम्पार्ट द थिंग्स विच यू डोंट नो. तो जब आप कोई काम बिल्कुल भी नहीं करते तो उसके लिए क्या लफ्ज़ यूज़ करते हैं? नेवर. नेवर, एवर. ऑफन. ऑफन इज़ यूज्ड व्हेन यू डू समथिंग समटाइम्स. आई ऑफन रीड. I often read. I sometimes read. I always read. When you do something regularly, you say, I always do this thing. Now look at this second example. Hafiz often comes late to school. Suleiman sometimes comes late to school. Vania never comes late to school. Now always, often, sometime, never. They are adverbs of frequency. All these adverbs, always, often, sometimes, never, tell us how often or frequently something is done or happens. How frequently something happens. How F-R-E-Q-U-E-N-T-L-Y. How frequently something happens. How often और how frequently. Frequently हो रहा है, बहुत ज़्यादा हो रहा है तो आप कहेंगे always. Frequently अगर कम हो रहा है तो आप कहेंगे often. फिर अगर बिल्कुल नहीं हो रहा तो आप कहेंगे never. And this is when something is happening or is done और इसकी frequency को आप show करना चाहते हैं, then you use adverbs of frequency. Adverbs which tell us how often or frequently something happens or is done are known as adverbs of frequency. Do not confuse an adverb of time with an adverb of frequency. अच्छा, adverb of time को इसके साथ confuse नहीं करना. They both are quite different. An adverb of time answers the question when. An adverb of frequency answers the question how often. अच्छा, adverb of time. Adverb of time or adverb of frequency. Adverb of time किसको कर होता है? This answers the question when, and this answers the question how often. How often इसमें आप कौन कौन से लफ्ज़ यूज़ होते हैं? Always, sometimes, always, sometimes, and never, and often. ओके। तो हाउ ऑफन के लिए एडवर्ब ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी है, लेकिन व्हेन जो है वो किसके लिए, एडवर्ब ऑफ टाइम के लिए। पिक आउट द एडवर्ब्स ऑफ टाइम एंड एडवर्ब्स ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी फ्रॉम द फॉलोइंग सेंटेंसेस। अब दोनों को सेपरेट करके आपने चुन लेना है। यू मस्ट एक्सरसाइज डेली टू कीप फिट, सेज और PT टीचर। नाउ यू हैव टू जज बाय योरसेल्फ whether it is the adverb of time or it is the adverb of frequency. You must exercise daily. Daily क्या है, how often को शो कर रहा है, तो क्या कहेंगे, adverb of frequency. Roma is never happy and she continuously complains about others. रोमा कभी भी खुश नहीं रही, सारी ज़िंदगी खुश नहीं रही. is never happy. Are you never? Are you a person who remains unhappy all the time? ये याद रखिएगा, हमेशा खुश रहने की कोशिश किया करें। ज़िंदगी में बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं जो आपके पास हैं और किसी के पास नहीं है, और इसमें सबसे बड़ी चीज़ जिसके लिए आपको ग्रेटफुल होना चाहिए वो आपकी हेल्थ है। You are healthy and you can walk, you can talk and you can do your work by yourself. So you should feel happy all the time. तो रोमा क्या है, रोमा is never happy and she continuously complains about others. और वो लोग जो दूसरों के बारे में कंप्लेंट्स करते रहते हैं वो बहुत बुरे लोग होते हैं। डोंट कंप्लेन अबाउट अदर्स। ही कंटिन्यूसली कंप्लेन्स अबाउट अदर्स एंड यू शुडंट कंप्लेन। नेवर से डाई रियली मीन्स ऑलवेज होप फॉर द बेस्ट। नेवर से डाई really means always hope for the best. Never. Never is also an adverb of frequency. Sometimes it is better to keep quiet and listen to what others have to say. Sometimes. Sometimes is adverb of frequency. People rarely listen to the radio nowadays. Rarely. बहुत कम सुनते हैं म्यूज़िक को. तो rarely भी क्या है, adverb of frequency. Our club is very active and we play in various tournaments regularly. Regularly. This is also adverb of frequency. The guards have been repeatedly told to lock the doors and close the windows when nobody is at home. Repeatedly. When you are saying it again and again to some person, repeat कर रहे हैं. जैसे आपकी टीचर आपको कहती है, I have repeatedly told you that you should do your homework and you are not completing. Why are you not completing? She asks you in a way where she is using repeatedly. जब आप एक चीज़ बार बार किसी बच्चे को बता रहे होते हो, आप एक बच्चे को कह रहे हो कि शरारतें ना करो, तो वो बार बार करी जा रहा है, फिर आप उसको कहते हो I have repeatedly told you to not be naughty, then you are saying repeatedly, and repeatedly it is adverb of frequency. The doors and guards को क्या बताया जाता है repeatedly, कि to lock the doors and close the windows when nobody is at home. Have you ever heard such a story before? Ever. Ever is also adverb of frequency. We have music classes twice a week. आप बताना चाह रहे हैं how frequent, how often, twice a week कर रहे हैं, तो ये क्या है, adverb of frequency. My father usually goes for a walk in the park. Usually. It is the adverb of frequency. It is the adverb of frequency. Daily, never, really, better, rarely, regularly, repeatedly, and ever, twice, usually. These are all the adverbs of frequency.